Okay, so for this one, you can see the sky just looks a little bit funny here. So if I play with some of the settings, that's okay. I might need to play a little bit with the color to make it look a little bit more natural, or scroll through some of the current settings already. This one washes out their face just a little bit too much, but I think is a little bit better as far as the color of the sky. That one could work too, so we'll keep that in mind. So basically just going through, again, looking for the one that's going to look the most natural, clean, crisp, but enhance some of the colors to just make them pop a little bit more. Yeah, that one is just a little bit too red. I actually think I like this one the best. So again, on that L17, and then I'm just going to see what happens if I can play around with the lighting here. So here it's going to give us the option for the subjects, and as you saw that the face can be just a little bit too bright and too washed out, so we want to see if there's anything that we can do to help out with that. So maybe if we play around with the details for the subject to sharpen, let's see if that helps any bit here. Again, I don't like too sharp, just makes it look a little bit too unnatural, but I think the sharpness does help, at least for the person in red, her face. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to save that like that is. First, I want to just see what happens if we can. No. Okay, we'll leave the backdrop like that. We'll click save. And then I'm going to pull up that same photo in Facetune and see what we can do here with the faces. We'll see if it recognizes the faces, but there we go. So from this one, we'll just see if we can kind of, whenever someone's in meditation, it has kind of like a resting face that is just what we want to try and have it look a little bit more like friendly and calm, not anything like too unnatural, but just within the sense playing around with the smirk or smile usually gets rid of the face that's in that, like what can look more like a frown in that relaxed state. So playing around with that, sometimes playing around a little bit with the jaw length too can also help with that as well. Sometimes with the tilt of the eyes, usually taking the tilt one direction or another, that can also just slightly change things a little bit too. So we'll do the same thing on this one here. So with the face, playing around with the smirk and the smile a little bit here. And same thing for the face with the jaw. Notice what happens when we change that. It kind of lifts everything up and just makes it a little bit lighter. All right. Lastly, I just want to see what other filters we can work with here, because the colors of the skies are just it's still not quite working fully in the colors that I'm hoping for. So if we were to play around with the golden hour, something like that, I think that helps a little bit with the landscape. Be just ever so slightly right about there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, click save. I might add a little vignette before doing that, but otherwise it should be good to go.